Hey, what's up everyone? My name's Chris Winter and today I've got my hands on both the Canon 50mm f1.8 Mark II version and also the brand new Canon 50mm f1.8 STM lens. And I'm going to test out their autofocus sound in both stills and video mode. Now I know it's not the most important thing in the world, but if you do any kind of video work or you need a quiet lens specifically, it can be quite a good thing to test out. And guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure to check out my top 5 list of the best prime lenses for under $150. The new STM lens makes it, but it doesn't come in at number 1, so I'll put a link in the description box below. Go check it out and see which comes out on top. Okay, so I've got my lav mic here, and the very first test that we're going to do is a stills autofocus test. I'm going to start out with the 50mm f1.8 Mark II. So as you can hear, it's really quite loud. It's just focusing on infinity and trying to find its own focus right here. But you can hear it's a very mechanical sound. Not the best. Let's try out the new STM lens in stills mode. Okay, right now we've got the new STM lens here and we'll try it out as well. So as you can see, the lens still does move in and out, but it's a much quieter sound. Hopefully you're able to pick that up quite well. Let's now test it out in video mode. Okay, we're back on the 51.8. We're going to test this out in video mode. As you can see the display right here. What I'm going to do is move in and out so we can hear how the lens sounds when it's moving in and out. So we'll start with the 51.8. Let's hear how it goes. So as you can hear, it's not as loud as it was when it was doing the stills mode, which is quite common, but there is still that kind of grinding kind of noise. So it's definitely not silent if you're going to be trying to autofocus using this lens, even though I wouldn't recommend it anyway because it's terrible for autofocus in video. But anyway, let's try out the new STM lens. Okay, so now I've got the 51.8 STM back on here. I'm going to test it out for the sound during video mode. Hopefully it's even quieter than it was in stills mode. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I'm guessing that you can't because it is absolutely dead silent. There's just the slightest bit of audible noise, but it is incredibly quiet. So there you go, the new STM lens in video mode is a really, really good performer. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is we're going to test out whether or not the autofocus sound can be picked up during video mode if you're going to be using the onboard mics. Now I don't generally recommend using onboard mics, I always like to get an external mic, but I know a lot of people want to have this tested out. So what I'm going to do is now change over to the onboard mics and we'll hear just how well they are in autofocus. Okay, so I'm now using my onboard mics of the camera and we'll hear whether or not we can pick up any sound during autofocus for video. So as you can probably tell, this is the older version. And whether or not you can actually hear any difference or any sound, you can probably pick up the sound of the lens trying to pull focus. Okay, now we're using the new STM lens and let's listen out for that sound during autofocus for video. Oh, it's so much quicker than the old version. It's pretty crazy. Now I'm not sure if it's going to be picked up on the onboard mics. It might be a little bit because obviously the lens is right next to the microphone. But in comparison to the older version, it does sound a lot better. So there you go guys, that was my quick test of these two prime lenses. If you did like this video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up because that's always appreciated. And also go check out that top 5 list of the best prime lenses for under $150. I'll put a link in the description box below. Have a great day guys and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.